guys, and welcome to November's game pickups. This month has been kind of a dry spell, not a whole lot going on. We haven't really had a chance to go out doing a whole lot of extensive game hunting this month. A couple pickups here and there, nothing too fancy. But as always, we'll go from the older systems and work our way up to the newer stuff. First thing up, actually, I'm going to jump right into something I've been hunting for a long time, and that's the Justifier gun for the Sega Saturn.
Exercise your right to bear arms!
I've actually picked up a lot of shooters for the Saturn in the last few months. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a gun. Every time I find it, they're asking way too much. Usually, I've seen it for $45, $60, usually packaged with the system or some other game that I already had. So it was really difficult to find one that was just alone or was something that I didn't already have. I jumped on this one because I got it for about 15 bucks. It did come with a copy of Virtua Cop, which I already had, but I didn't have the jewel case version. I'm guessing this is the version that came with the gun, or possibly packaged with Saturn. It is the original jewel case. It does have all the stuff on the back side, the usual Saturn key logo stuff. So I believe it came with the starter. I'm not sure, but for 15 bucks, I couldn't really say no to that. Next up, we'll kind of go into the Dreamcast stuff. I'm not big into the sports thing, but this does mean with this game I have to find another accessory for the Dreamcast that I don't have yet. That would be the casting reel, but which would work for this game. But that's Reel Fishing Wild. Picked it up for a couple dollars. I mean, sports games are real cheap, but I saw it was in good condition, and it was one that I didn't have, and I was like, well, I'm not finding much for this month, so I might as well just pick it up. So I ended up grabbing that. Next we had was a game that surprisingly was not in my collection. It's a Space Channel 5 with the lenticular cover there, you can see. Honestly, I'm not a big Space Channel 5 fan. I played it when it came out, and I just didn't care for it much. But again, it was $2. And normally when I see it's in really bad condition. This was in okay condition. The case is still kind of cracked, but it works. Last for the Dreamcast, I found Mortal Kombat Gold. I actually got this kind of a discount from one of the resellers. It's not really my favorite Mortal Kombat. It's kind of clunky. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't really feel like a Mortal Kombat game too much to me. I really prefer probably like the trilogy version or the original Mortal Kombat games. But working our way up. This one I have been eyeing for a very long time at the local video store. They usually sell their games on Onibonchera or Onichanbera. Kind of a pervy game. It's basically a bunch of girls clad in bikinis or oftentimes less going around chopping up zombies. So great game for just some fun hack and slash. It does have pretty terrible cameras and it's pretty repetitive after a while, but it's kind of a fun game if you just want to waste time. So it's pretty cheap. I found it for about 10 bucks. Following that, I ended up picking up Aquapazza because I'm a big fan of Atlas games and fighting games. Aquapazza is basically just a mashup of a bunch of different characters from different anime series. A lot of them that I haven't really seen, like Two Heart and a couple other ones, but it's kind of a fun fighting game. PS3 exclusive, which Atlas seems to be a big fan of lately. I'm also kind of upset that BlazBlue Chronoplasm will be a PS3 exclusive here next year, especially since most of those games, the BlazBlue collection, I have on the Xbox. But it is what it is. Thankfully, I have both systems that I can do that. Funny thing, my sister works for GameStop, and she had never been to a midnight release for a system before. And the last one I went to was for the Xbox 360, where I sat outside of a Toys R Us for a good 13, 14 hours until they opened up just to stand in line. But we went, they had the midnight releases for the game systems. We went both to the PS3 and the Xbox One, where we got some swag stuff. I got a free PS4 t-shirt from my sister and a couple things. But most of the stuff we ended up getting over at the Xbox One midnight release. So some pretty cool swag. They were giving out these lanyards. They're packaged, so they just have the Xbox One logo, but for each game that they released, they gave out little special pins. So for the Forza stuff, you can see the Forza logo, and the green pin had the Forza logo on it as well. They also had Rise, Dead Rising 3, I think one other, I can't remember off the top of my head, but each one had its own special pin. My sister ended up getting the Dead Rising 3 one, so she got like a little chainsaw pin, as well as the button that said Dead Rising 3, which was kind of cool. I ended up getting some posters for Forza, Dead Rising 3, and I'll probably end up hanging those somewhere. But the other fun thing about going to a midnight release for an Xbox game is when you don't pick up an Xbox. I ended up walking out that night with the Legend of Zelda XL. And I kind of wanted this because I ended up playing the Animal Crossing XL Limited Edition at a friend's place earlier this in November. I went to visit them in Florida, and I really liked it. The battery lasted longer, the screen image is really good, the screen size was a lot better, as I had the original 3DS. So, and for how much I travel, it's kind of good. The 3.5 battery life on the normal 3DS wasn't really lasting me long, because a lot of my plane rides that I take are normally 4+ hours when I go from coast to coast. Good old traveling time. So that is kind of cool. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, but I really liked uh, the designs and everything that they've had on the Zelda 3DSs, so those have kind of drawn me towards that, especially since I don't think that they're going to do a Sonic the Hedgehog 3DS anytime soon, or at all. And I guess this is kind of a spoiler. I did pick up an Xbox. In fact, I got the Day One edition with the Day One logo. Actually, I could probably show you that. I got the controller right here. Has just, I don't know if you can see that. It's got Day One there on the middle of the controller. Nothing too special. The box is still the same as all the rest. I picked up the Day One Forza Motorsport 5. I actually enjoy these Forza games. I didn't care for Horizons too much, but... And I also picked up the Killer Instinct Ultimate Pin Edition. Basically, all this is it comes with the download of the Killer Instinct game and the original Killer Instinct arcade version, but these are actually corkboard back here. These are designed to hold certain pins. This is an exclusive to the Microsoft Store. Retails for about $59.99. The pins that came with that particular version, they start you out with, it was Jago and Killer Instinct. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to collect the pins or not. I haven't seen too much on them, if they're releasing any more this month, being that it's December now, or if they're going to come later on down the road, if they're going to come 1 or 2, or what they're going to do. So, but kind of cool stuff. I'm really enjoying Killer Instinct. It's one of the reasons why I decided to go with the Xbox One as opposed to the PlayStation 4. I have no qualms with the PS4. There's, at this point in time, there aren't really any games that interested me. I wasn't into knack. I'm not too much into the platformer games. They're just, first-person shooters like Killzone, I don't really get into much. I'm more waiting for the stuff probably next year, like Watch Dogs and all that, especially since it's been pushed off. So probably about next summer I'll pick up a PS4. But at this moment, I'm not too into it. It's not that I have anything against it. And I'm enjoying the Xbox. Sure, there's only about 2 games I'm currently playing on it, but for what it is, it's not bad. Especially since I can sit there and watch Twitch and the YouTube and everything on that. And the Snap stuff is kind of cool, where you can multitask and do some neat stuff. The menu, I know a lot of people complain about the user interface. Being that I'm a Windows 8 user as it is, I've kind of got used to it, so it doesn't really bother me too much. And being into IT, you kind of adjust to all that certain crap. So, but last on the list, I ended up picking up the Ys Memories of Celceta, the Silver Edition, which is actually really cool. I love the Vita for the fact that it has all these really cool RPG games coming out for it. This collection actually came with a cloth map, which I haven't opened yet. A really cool art book, really thick too. Nice and big. Just a logo on it. Here's the game case itself. I'm about 4 hours into the game so far. It's actually your typical Ys game. Really good voice acting. The graphics are fun. It's really enjoyable so far. They also came with a little compass, which I'm not going to bring out of the box. It's just a basic compass. But what really drew me to this collection is the fact that I'm a sucker for soundtracks. And this came with a 3 CD soundtrack with all the Ys music and some arranged tracks. So pretty cool disc art there. But I've only had a chance to listen to the first disc on this, but it's pretty cool. I highly recommend the Yi series if you haven't. I think it's available on the PSP. If you can download it, yeah, PSP, Vita. I think are the only two places really I've seen it. But yeah, highly recommend it if you can find it. But that's it. Short month. Not much else really going on. We've got 28 days left until Anime Apocalypse happens. Again, I'm hosting the game room, so if you happen to be in the Rockford area, pick up a ticket, come say hi, join in some of the tournaments I'm hosting. There's all kinds of fighting games that I'll be doing. I look forward to that. If you want to challenge me, I welcome it. And I'll probably be filming a lot of those videos and posting them up on YouTube, so stay tuned here if you want to see some of those matches, or just some of the zany, crazy things that may happen at this convention, because at Anime Stuff, all weird things are known to go on. So I'll probably get some of that. Those videos will likely be up mid-January, so I don't know if I'm going to have a pickup video for December, but if I do, you'll see it. Obviously, it'll be in your list of new videos. So that's it for now. As always, comment, like, subscribe, give feedback. I enjoy that stuff. Nobody really seems to give me a whole lot of feedback on these videos. What do you want to see more of? What should I do? Any suggestions? I welcome that. Criticism, give it to me. Anyway, till then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.